taking precious time, several minutes, hours if you're doing a lot of them, to fill out these applications and to most likely hear absolutely nothing back. But if you don't try, that's 100% guaranteed you won't hear anything back. If you do try, it's like 95% guaranteed that you won't hear anything back. So yeah, it just sucks putting all your time, energy, efforts, motivations into something for it to just go into the void, for it to just not be heard or seen by anybody. Just the automatic AI robot telling you, because you didn't have this certain word in your resume, no. Oh, hi. What I'm doing? Just logging on to LinkedIn for the 16th time today. What's on LinkedIn, you ask? Oh, just 8 recruiters talking about how good of a recruiter they are. Every single person from my school announcing their new role at this big tech company. The dozens and dozens and dozens of posts of people talking about how they're losing their housing and that they've been on their job search for years and how awful the market has been. And how could I forget going to LinkedIn's messages to go back and see how none of the recruiters, hiring managers, or networking opportunities I had never even looked at my message. I love it here. Hi, and welcome to this video. Obviously, a lot of people are going through unemployment right now, and there seems to be like a job market crisis, and hiring processes are flawed. People are being ghosted. There's not enough jobs for the amount of people that there are who are unemployed. And we're talking at every experience level, entry level, associate, mid, senior level, director, manager, all of it. Like, it seems like a lot of people, at least on these job boards in the zeitgeist of internet, are having trouble finding and securing employment, including myself. I know there's people who have been unemployed for years, or have been just searching for jobs for years, or for the past year. They've lost housing, they're having sign up for unemployment benefits and unemployment checks, and then having to prove that they're looking for a job. Like, it's hard, especially for people who are like older and like not entry level and maybe don't have a parental home to fall back on like me and others. I just graduated from university in May, and the internship that I had all semester also ended in May. I've kind of just been floating for the past 2 months, unsure of what I want to do with my life. Because when I think about all this trouble I'm having securing employment after slaving away for 4 years for a very expensive degree, I think about, dang, none of this actually matters. None of this matters. Nothing we're doing really matters. Like, yeah, it's people saving lives. It's doctors out here saving lives, farmers and agricultural people creating food for all of us to enjoy. Like, okay, yeah. But working in marketing, making billboards to sell stuff that nobody really needs at the end of the day. A lot of these jobs are just so vapid, nothing matters. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever job you do, we're all gonna die one day. We're all gonna be dust. So why am I putting so much pressure on myself to be a slave to capitalism? But at the same time, it's like a battle in my head where I'm like, well, I did all of this work for what? The whole point of going to college was to have some sort of secured, guaranteed way of life, living lifestyle afterwards, right? So it's really disheartening to just always be putting your best foot forward and you're just constantly getting unfortunately's. And however, we've decided, like, it's awful. It's so awful. And I've only been really going through this for the past 2 months. I can't imagine how people feel in the process of looking for employment for like a year and years. Can't imagine. Don't want to imagine. Half of me is like anti-capitalist. F all of this. I'm just gonna live with my dad until he dies and then maybe like marry rich and try to actually do something meaningful with my life, whether that's like community and volunteering, outreach. Is this what I should just be doing? Does me trying to get a job in media, marketing, entertainment, like, is that really meaningful? But then I tell myself yes, because I love movies, TV shows, films, media, pop culture, and I want to be able to help fund and shed light on stories that aren't told or represented. That's meaningful, right? I just hate that everything feels like a competition. When I go into an application or a job interview, if I get that far, like, I be forgetting that it's other people who are fighting for this same position. And I think that's why I just feel so like confident in myself, because I forget that there's other people. Like, I have tunnel vision until I get that email where it's like, oh, we decided to go with somebody else. I'm like, there was somebody else. It just feels like we're all fighting for these like little bitty jobs that aren't even paying that well. It all goes back to how capitalism is killing us and we're all just cogs in the machine, unfortunately. There's really nothing we can do about it. I mean, if we all band together, maybe, but it's so many outliers. There's too many people that aren't going to want to do that. It's too many people who are going to keep what they have. They're happy that they're surviving, they're thriving. why would they want other people to do so as well? And then like I've been told, it's just so many talented people out there. It's hard for us to just choose one. Well, Donald Trump, you talking about black jobs?
They're taking black jobs now. They're taking black jobs and they're taking Hispanic jobs.
Somebody needs to make more jobs. If y'all want everybody to participate in capitalism, we need to make more jobs. We need to make more accessible jobs, remote jobs, jobs that, you know, cater to parents and people who take care of elders and stuff like that. Especially like leaving college and coming home, you feel a loss of community, you feel hopeless, you feel worthless with all these jobs telling you no, 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 no. We don't care how hard you worked in school. We don't care how many internships you have. We don't care about what school you went to. You're not good enough. There's always gonna be somebody better than you. And maybe this is a lesson in life, but it's being taught at a magnitude that it's unfair at this point. It's just like, what am I supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? What are these people who have been looking for jobs for years supposed to do? Something's got to give. Job searching, it's been awful. I actually applied for a job at one of the biggest companies ever before I graduated, like May 1st. I forgot about it because, you know, I'm the type of person, I go to the requirements and it says entry level, 0 to 2 experience, bachelor's degree required. I just apply. At this point, I just apply. I don't even be reading anything past those 3 requirements. So I forgot that I applied to this job. 30 days later, 30 or 31 days later, I get an email from a robot telling me, hey, can you do this assessment? Another email, hey, can you fill out this profile? And then I finally hear from like a real life recruiter from this big company. And I'm like, am I being pranked? I get on the phone with her. She likes me. She passes me to the actual team that I would be working under. And it's like, it all happened so fast. She called me Wednesday. 2 hours later, Wednesday night, she's like, hey, you have the interview with the big team in less than 48 hours, Friday morning. So girl, I felt like I was back in school. I was literally studying. The interview process was the longest I've ever had to go through in my life. It was an hour and a half. They have like a bunch of stuff they want you to kind of be like prepped and prepared to answer. So girl, I was doing homework. I was like, dang, I'm back in school. I thought I graduated. I do the interview. I think it went well, but you know, obviously it didn't go well enough. I'm not good enough because I didn't get the job. I was crushed. It took them like a weekend, 4 days to get back to me. And when they did, I actually cried. And I was like, why am I crying? Why am I crying? Like, girl, like, shut up. Why are you crying? But it's because I put so much time, energy, and effort into the application, the profile, the assessment, the job interview preparation. Like, I wish I could show the notes. I put so much time and energy and effort into something that, I don't know, it just felt like they told me to sit my black ass down. Like, you're not good enough. I don't know what's worse, applying for these jobs and hearing absolutely nothing back, or applying to the job, you hear something back, you get an interview, but then being told like you're that close. You're that close to like finally securing something and it just gets snatched from under you. Oh God, it's an awful feeling. I grieved. I actually grieved. Like, this would have been money I'd never seen before. Now, I don't think my parents have seen money like this before. This would have been just like perfect for me. Like the location, the building, the company, the culture, the benefits. Like, it would have been like something new for not only for me, but for like my family. But everybody keeps telling me it just wasn't for me. It's something better out there. Like, to go from that to like, okay, now what do I do? I was at the top, like, now what? I don't want to sound like boo hoo, boo me, because I haven't been looking for long. But it's looking really bleak. I don't have anything in my queue right now. I had interviewed with a place like 2 weeks ago. The pay was not great, but it was remote. So, you know, you can take what you can get. Just completely ghosted me. I reached back out. They're like, oh yeah, we actually went with somebody else. We did enjoy talking with you though. And I'm just like, so were you just never gonna like, you're just gonna leave me in the dark? It's just so unprofessional. And don't even talk to me about all these like ghost jobs where like they actually have no intentions on hiring anybody for this position. They just have it up for like unemployment insurance or whatever. And it's so sick and debilitating. And it really makes you think like, dang, what the frick was the point of me going to college? What the heck is the point of me trying? Almost like applying for jobs is like Russian roulette. It's like a risk. It's like a gambling. Like, especially for somebody like me. I was class of 2020 in high school, so I graduated from my living room. My first year of college was completely virtual because they shut the campus down the whole entire school year because of COVID. Like, everything was online. Even when we got back to campus, like, everything was online. Teachers were being lazy. Like, COVID really did a number on me and other people like me who were in pivotal life transitions during this time. I was 18 when coronavirus hit, and now I'm 22. I tell people I literally feel like I'm 17 years old because 5 years have not passed. I still feel like that young 17-year-old. Like, it's like imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm sometimes not capable of doing things that I don't realize I have the capability to do. Like, I've trained for this, my internship work, my coursework, like, it has prepared me for this. So why do I feel so like, and that's why I think I had so much confidence with that big interview I had, because I was like, well, if they chose my resume out of the thousands I'm sure they got, okay, I must be doing something right. And then to get that far, this was the final interview, and just be like, actually, no, there's people that are better than you. It's just like, when will it be my turn? When will it ever be my turn? Am I in the right field? Am I doing what I need to do? Do I have to go back to school? Do I have to take out more loans? Like, is this what adulting is? Because if so, I'm sitting my 17-year-old self down. I think a lot of these companies are playing, I think all of us are playing a game, and this game is capitalism. I don't want to play. That's what I was telling my sister when I got denied by the big company. I'm like, I just feel like they're playing with me right now. Like, I felt led on. I felt like I really thought I had it. And I guess it's like a double-edged sword, because I had a lot of confidence in myself, but I was also so high that, like, when it came crashing down, it really just hit my confidence really hard. Especially now that I have nothing in the queue. I have no interviews lined up. I'm applying to jobs very intentionally now, and still I feel like it just goes into the void. I don't think anybody's looking at most of these applications, and they tell you to network, they tell you to message the hiring recruiter. Don't you think everybody else is doing that? Don't you think these people's DMs are blown up? I feel like I shouldn't have to do all of this, but this is the society we live in. This is the job market crisis. That's what they're calling it, a crisis. That's why they're saying these things are not right. Like, where are the black jobs, Donald Trump? Where are the black jobs? Where are the Asian jobs? Where are the native jobs? Class of 2024, where you at? Class of 2020, high school, where you at? Associate, people who are like well into their experience level in their career, like associates, directors, managers, vice presidents. Y'all can't get a job. What is going on? What did I go to school for? It's making me think like, dang, should I go back to school? But that's not happening, at least anytime soon. I do want to go back to school eventually, but I want to be like completely financially sound. I want to be able to pay for it out of pocket. I want to be able to like maybe work and go to school if I do that. So yeah, I don't know how to end this video on a good note. I don't want to be like, oh, just keep going, because I'm tired. I kind of want to just like delete LinkedIn off of my phone. It's literally so depressing every time I go on there. Like, I try to go on there for jobs, and then like LinkedIn will be like, jobs we think are great for you, or jobs we picked for you, and they're all director, manager. Don't y'all know I'm entry level? I don't even want to get into the whole like, oh, entry level, but it says you need to have 3 to 4 years of experience. Stop. What happened to training? What happened to basic training? This is coming from somebody who, like, I have a little bit of experience. I had 2 big internships while I was in college. One I just got done with. I had the very last semester of my senior year. I have something to work with, but it's not going to be 3 to 4 years in this direct concentration. So like, what the freak happened to training? I wish everybody good luck on your individual job searches. Like I said, I'm feeling grateful and blessed that I have somewhere to lay my head. You know, I'm not unhoused. I have a familial home to come back to. I'm making a little bit of money with freelancing and independent contracting type of work. I'm helping people individually, different people, different days. I'm working with somebody consistently right now, but this isn't what I went to school for. This isn't what capitalist Rakita wants to do. Also, I hate LinkedIn. I hate Indeed. I like Handshake. The 2 opportunities that I have had, I've gotten them from Handshake. So that's the only advice I can say is check out Handshake. But I've been on there lately. It's kind of dry for me. It's kind of dry for me in my industry. I hate Indeed. I just feel like all of Indeed's jobs are like scams, or just not what I want to do at all. To end this video, I guess I'll say it could be worse. I mean, you have the ability to watch this video, so hopefully you are at a library somewhere, or maybe you have a little bit of money to pay for Wi-Fi. That's it. Ciao.